and just ass getting thrown left, right, up, down, or some ladies entering the Konami code with some booty cheeks, often along with the phrase pussy in bio. Like opening up Twitter in a grocery store line is a dangerous game, which is actually why in recent months there have been more and more articles calling out the porn problem on Twitter and trying to figure out how the hell we got here. Because as many outlets noted, spam and bots have long been a problem on Twitter, even before Elon Musk's takeover. Though notably, one of Musk's biggest promises was actually that he was going to defeat the bots. But fast forward to now, and you got New York Magazine saying the bots have not been defeated. If anything, they've become much more visible across the platform in ads, searches, and especially replies. Right? Even though bots have always been a problem, you're not alone if you feel like you've been seeing more porny bots in the last several months. With a data scientist actually explaining to Rolling Stone in February that they've been increasingly finding ways to evade Twitter's spam detection, and saying that some of this appears to be part of a coordinated network, spamming out links associated with malware or phishing. With places like Bloomberg explaining that of all the social sites, Twitter was always the most permissive when it came to porn. And ever since Musk gutted content moderation teams, it's just made it into more users' feeds. But what's funny is part of the reason we're even talking about this today is that Elon Musk, among other things, appears to be one of the least self-aware people on the planet. Where, for example, yesterday, Elon tweeted encouraging creators to stream on X. And he did so along with a meme suggesting that Twitch has become filled with too much sexual content. And while there is no doubt there is a fair
Am I
share
still
of
working? Yep.
scantily
Okay.
clad ladies on that platform, when you're the guy that owns a site that
Hell
people
yeah.
first think of when they hear the phrase pussy in bio, you're gonna get mocked by all the people that are not already up your asshole. With big creators and streamers alike roasting Elon, Son Piker writing, yes, the pussy in bio website. Ludwig adding, the idea that you should stream on Twitter because there's less sexual content is insane. Porn bots run this site. And Moist Critical saying, has clearly never gone into the replies on a single tweet in the last 6 months. This site is infested with porn bots, just spread asshole pictures on every post. And I don't know about you, but obviously Elon doesn't have a leg to stand on when it comes to criticizing platforms for sexual content, but it also feels like Twitter is just less usable. Like if a situation blows up enough, it's like, okay, it feels current, it feels like something's happening, but the amount of old content being repurposed and just shit that I'm not interested in being recommended to me is at an all-time high. And I hate that because it used to be such a reliable utility. And then we've got more news that we're going to dive into, but I just got to take a second to say shout out to Claritin for supporting this episode and providing us with samples. Allergies can really stop you in your tracks. When my nose is plugged up, I feel like I can't do anything. I can't enjoy dinner because I can't taste my food. I can't work out because I feel tired and distracted. I can't even host this show because my voice sounds like a duck. Not okay. But luckily, for those of us who live with the symptoms of allergies, we can live Claritin Clear with Claritin D. It tackles nasal congestion caused by allergies or a cold. Designed for serious allergy sufferers, Claritin D has 2 powerful ingredients in just 1 pill that relieve your allergy symptoms and decongest your nose so you can breathe better. I've been taking Claritin D for my allergies for quite a while now, and it's been an absolute life changer. I can still go on my hikes, I can speak without feeling like a frog jumped into my throat. So needing relief from sinus congestion and pressure due to allergies? With Claritin D, fast and powerful relief is just a quick trip away. Ask for Claritin D at your local pharmacy counter. You don't even need a prescription. Go to Claritin.com right now for a discount. So live Claritin Clear, and please use as directed. And then, in big veterans news, the largest outreach campaign in VA history has actually now paid off in a really big way. With the White House now announcing that it's approved over 1 million disability claims to veterans and their surviving families under the PACT Act, right? Which you might remember was the law passed back in August of 2022 that vastly expanded VA benefits to veterans who suffered toxic exposure primarily from burn pits. The practice that largely stopped in the mid-2010s where U.S. military bases took all their trash, right? Everything from plastics and rubber to chemicals and electronics, and they dumped it into giant pits, and they doused it in jet fuel and set it on fire, which then predictably blanketed the service members nearby in a cloud of toxic fumes. And many, possibly millions of them suffered a host of medical conditions as a result. Stuff like cancer, allergic rhinitis, bronchial asthma, hypertension. The list goes on. The headline here is lots of bad stuff. But it was also hard to definitively prove that these conditions were service-related, and for years the VA resisted calls to recognize the connection, which led to protests from veterans, their families, and even the BAMF that is Jon Stewart, who's been an outspoken advocate for this issue.
Here's the bottom line. You cannot be America first when you put veterans last.
Since the PACT Act was signed into law, the VA has actually received 1.65 million related claims, completed 1.32 million, and approved over 1 million, meaning that the approval rate is about 75%, which is actually nuts because before the PACT Act, the VA denied 70% of claims related to burn pit exposure. So, those numbers, they basically flipped, and for all of that, it cost the government about $5.7 billion. Also, a key thing here is that for President Biden, this issue is both personal and political. He believes that burn pits may have caused the brain cancer that killed his son, Bo, in Iraq in 2015.
Folks, in the last year, the VA delivered more benefits and processed more overall claims than ever in the entire
history of the VA.
And also, politically, this is an achievement before the November election. But the most important thing about talking about this news is that if you are watching this right now and you are a veteran and you think that you have suffered a condition related to toxic exposure, you can apply for benefits at va.gov/pact and not feel like the odds are not on your side. And honestly, you never know how long the government will be helpful. So jump on this shit while you can. And then, in the world of political news, we got a few interesting things happening. The first being that we had 2 Republican senators, Ted Cruz and Katie Britt, actually proposing a bill to protect IVF at the federal level. And specifically with this, the legislation would block states from receiving Medicaid funding if they ban IVF treatments. Though notably here, the proposal would also not force any organization or individual to provide these services and would allow states to implement their own health and safety measures. Now, that said, as far as if this is going to pass, that remains unclear. After Alabama's Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos are considered children and effectively banned IVF procedures in the state, many Republicans rushed to show their support. But the issue for many there still remains a political liability as they continue to figure out how IVF fits into their anti-abortion messaging. And this, as Democrats, of course, have continued to target them on this heading into the election, which also has some saying this Republican proposal, it's really just a political move going into the election, especially because there was a similar proposal by Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth that would have established a right to fertility treatments under federal law, but that failed to pass amid GOP objections. Now, Cruz, for his part, has tried to brush that off by telling reporters that Duckworth's bill didn't have Republican support because it tried to, in his words, backdoor in broader abortion legislation. But then also with this, even if Cruz is able to get the support that he needs in the Senate, key players in the House have been hesitant with all of this, with that including the House Speaker himself, who said he thinks the matter should be left to the states. Then, of course, we had Trump news with his defense officially resting today in the hush money payments trial without the former president testifying on his own behalf, which had been discussed a lot as a possibility up until the very end. And so with the prosecution also resting yesterday, the case is pretty much over now, with closing arguments set for next week and, of course, the jury deliberation soon after. But as far as what happens next, there are 2 big questions here. 1, whether Trump will be convicted on any of the 34 counts against him, and 2, how will this impact the election? With a belief that, it would be a massive boost to Trump if he is found innocent. But if he is convicted here, it could hurt him politically, because while he likely wouldn't go to jail because he's a first-time offender, recent polls have shown that he could lose around 10% of his supporters. But also, I put very little faith into any and every survey and poll when it comes to the election. What people say and what people do don't always line up, especially at 100% level. That just doesn't happen. But also, a key thing with this is, if he is convicted, Trump, of course, is going to appeal that case, which would then likely launch a months-long process that would be very hard to resolve before Election Day. But also, as the final stages of this trial were wrapping up, Trump's name was also in the news for another reason, which has to do with Truth Social, but not connected to the news that Truth Social posted a $327 million first quarter loss this year. Instead, it's because he posted a video to the platform yesterday that he later removed this morning, discussing what would happen if he won again in 2024. And in that, you see a reference to a unified Reich. And for those of you who need a quick refresher on your high school history, the word Reich means empire in German. But then more deeply, has largely become associated with Hitler and the Nazi regime, the Third Reich. And in this video featuring hypothetical headlines celebrating a 2024 victory for Trump, in the span of just 30 seconds, you see the phrase unified Reich shown 3 separate times, with many of the headlines and text blurbs appearing to reference World War I. And so with this, you had a lot of people up in arms, many pointing to his history of using rhetoric echoing Hitler and Nazi Germany. And among those, you even had the Biden campaign, which immediately seized on the clip and accused Trump of foreshadowing the creation of a unified Reich. But to that, you had Trump's team hitting back in a statement saying this was not a campaign video. It was created by a random account online and reposted by a staffer who clearly did not see the word while the president was in court. Though notably, the account that appears to have made the video is from a meme creator with the username Ramble Rants, who's actually worked with the Trump campaign before. And they shared images on X indicating that the video footage was just stock that came with a template. And then finally, here we got an update on that big deep dive I did a while back about midwives in Maryland and the broken system that allows those responsible for the deaths of babies and home births to continue practicing, which if you didn't see, I'll link to it down below. But it's a really important story, and one that really didn't get the light that it deserved until the Washington Post published a super lengthy, detailed investigation. Right in that, specifically detailing the plight of one family and a midwife by the name of Karen Carr, with Carr keeping her license even after the deaths of 3 infants. But the news that we're talking about today is that a years-long effort to allow midwives to handle certain high-risk home births has now been halted, with lawmakers withdrawing draft legislation over safety concerns. Because that proposal would have allowed certified professional midwives to care for patients who had previously given birth via C-section but wanted to have a vaginal birth at home for their next child, something widely known as VBAC, vaginal birth after C-section. And that move would have significantly expanded the client base for Maryland midwives, which is why we saw many of them lobbying for the bill, including Carr. But this notably, as you had many doctors, hospital associations, and patient safety advocates pushing against the bill, arguing that it could threaten the lives of patients and their babies because of the risks associated with VBACs, with most doctors recommending the VBACs occur in controlled medical settings with professionals who can perform emergency C-sections. But actually, back in January, the Maryland Board of Nursing, which oversees midwives and previously pushed for this legislation, they pulled their support suddenly, citing those same safety concerns. And so without that backing, the bill sponsors decided to pull. And the timing of all this is especially key because the board's flip-flop happened just a few weeks after the Washington Post published their insanely damning investigation. And then we've got to talk about a lot of big news involving Israel and Palestine. First off, Israel's government's not doing itself any PR favors today after it seized equipment belonging to the Associated Press and cut a live feed of northern Gaza. And this, of course, notably coming after Israel has faced accusations of becoming increasingly authoritarian due to a new law that heavily curbs news outlets that allegedly pose a national security risk. And as we talked about on the show before, Al Jazeera became the first network to effectively be shut down over the law. And Al Jazeera is actually important to this story as well because Israeli officials claim that the issue wasn't that the AP was providing a news feed from southern Israel and showing northern Gaza. Instead, saying that the AP was giving that feed to the now banned Al Jazeera. With Israeli authorities also adding the claim that the feed, which just showed smoke coming from the bombed out city, showed what they said were the activities of the IDF forces and that it endangers our fighters. But with that, the AP pushed back, saying the Qatari satellite channel is among thousands of clients that receive live video feeds from the AP and other news organizations. So this, as you have some saying, fortunately in the grand scheme, the seized items aren't likely a huge financial blow to the Associated Press, with reportedly just involving a camera, tripod, 2 mics, and a live modem. But with this, it's less the items and more the principle of the matter that the AP and journalists are upset about, with the outlet urging Israel to return the gear and let them reinstate the stream. And all this is within Israel, opposition leaders are growing increasingly frustrated with Netanyahu's continuous authoritarian streak, saying things like, this is not Al Jazeera. This is an American media outlet that has won 53 Pulitzer Prizes, saying this government behaves as if it has decided to make sure at all costs that Israel will be a pariah all over the world. They went crazy. And on the note of possibly being a loner on the world stage, it's been argued that Israel's been on the brink of that over Rafah. The city is the last major one in Gaza, and it's pretty much where Israel told Gazans to go at the start of the war if they wanted to be away from the fighting. But then we saw the fighting make its way down there, and now Gazans have nowhere to flee to, leading to a tense situation where President Biden threatened to cut off a lot of U.S. support.
I'm getting hungry.
Operations in Rafah.
Eat it.
Military actions across the city,
Just eat it.
though none to the level of a
Just
care.
eat it.
Eat it.
Eat it.
No one wants to
that Israel is slowly building up its attack.
Beat their meat.
peanuts.
30 to 40% of it.
Lose their penis? Yeah, you're right.
Sources saying this slower pace is also seemingly
Get absolutely encroached on, bro.
Well, some people want to lose their penis.
That wording puts a positive spin on the fact that 1 million people were forced from relative safety or face Israeli attacks. And even outside of the direct war zone, aid's still lacking. Notably, this is happening as there are bombshell reports coming out that right-wing police officers and soldiers that they're tipping off ultra-nationalist.
So, did you grow up in an era of like people showing videos like Two Girls One Cup?
My dad was showing me fucking the journalist beheading videos when I was like 8 years old.
Jesus.
Yeah, my dad's a fun guy.
But there were a bunch of videos like that back then. Like, I could
Before
name
that-
them, but they're all just like, I don't, nobody should go look them up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
But I wonder if there's
I
like a
don't-
new generation of videos like that for modern kids. Like there have to be, right? People, or maybe it's just those videos still.
we should ask those kids.
Yeah. Did you get scarred by any videos growing up?
Scarred yet.
If not, do you here get scarred? Okay.
Come talk to me later. I want to make an infographic about your experience.
Yeah.
Wow. People are gonna be like, sign me up.
Yep. I'll be your infographic.
Plus an additional 4 months free at nordvpn.com/Phil. It's nordvpn.com/Phil, the best deal on the internet, and it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. And a special thanks to NordVPN for being a fantastic sponsor of our show. And then, so you may have heard me talk about food deserts or news deserts, but have you ever heard about blood deserts? Which, if you haven't,
Blood
is
deserts.
actually a new term that was coined in a paper by a coalition of 27 doctors, researchers, and patient advocates to raise awareness about an incredibly serious global health crisis that's not being talked about nearly enough. The fact that there is a shockingly high number of people around the world who lack adequate access to blood transfusions. Right in this paper, published in Lancet Global Health, specifically defines blood deserts as geographical areas where there's not enough blood and at least 70% required. Now, with that, one thing that I want to clarify
That's pretty
right
metal.
about here is that while we've talked about blood shortages in the U.S., this is actually a totally different situation. First of all, the scale is just absolutely massive. We're talking hundreds of millions, if not billions of people living in these blood deserts. And as is often the case, this global crisis disproportionately
And blood desert just sounds awesome.
LMICs, with studies showing that the vast majority of countries,
Like we should address this problem, if only so that we can say blood desert like as much as possible.
Blood desert, blood desert, blood
Every
desert.
single country is in deficit, and there are a number of factors that drive these shortages, like a basic lack of adequate donations. Or the World Health Organization recommends a minimum of 10 units of blood donated for every 1,000 community members. Low-income countries don't even reach half that amount. But the main common thread connecting all these blood deserts is that they're mostly in rural areas, where the vast majority of
Oh, my my comment got on a vote. That's my grandma,
Hell
you loser.
yeah. Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
You loser. That's funny. Shame, shame, shame.
Shame. Change your behavior, you loser.
People who live in blood deserts, they're low-income, disadvantaged populations that already struggle to access sufficient healthcare systems, and they lack trained providers.
All right, let's post in food porn.
So as a result, there hasn't been nearly enough movement on that front. You have folks like Dr. Nakul Rekar, a trauma surgeon and co-author of the Lancet paper, explaining it will take decades to build and fund enough functional blood banks to meet the world's needs. And so for hundreds of millions of people who live in rural settings without any access to blood, the only hospitals with blood banks are hours away. And that's even more challenging for many people who have to first face
That's not it, is it?
poor road infrastructure in order to even get to those urban centers. And all of this, as the consequences here are incredibly dire. In places with access to blood, conditions that require transfusions like excessive bleeding after a physical trauma, hemorrhaging after giving birth, or anemia have all become highly treatable. But in those blood deserts, those conditions can become deadly very quickly. And this isn't hypothetical. Millions of people die preventable deaths every year because of blood shortages. And Rekar says that the lack of blood supply is a huge reason that so many people die after trauma and LMICs. With in fact some studies finding that as many as 50 to 60% of trauma patients die in those countries compared to just 1 to 2% in high-income countries like the States. Also, there's other research that's shown that postpartum hemorrhage causes more than 1 in every 3 maternal deaths globally. That makes it the single most common factor, and this also goes beyond emergency care. Doctors in areas with blood shortages, they
Oh yeah, I already got 25 upvotes.
Nice. You're a natural, kid.
Oh, not. Yeah, it was you. You're a good coach. You're a good trainer.
Am I dad? I'm dad.
Are you?
Apparently now I am.
Daddy piss girl?
I should
Big
start
Daddy piss
saying,
girl?
yeah, right. I should start. Fuck, I forgot. I had something to say and I forgot. I forgot. Okay. Oh, I should start saying things like sport.
Sport.
Good job. Good job, sport.
Attaboy.
Oh my god. Little slugger.
Healthcare workers themselves can also go through the process as well. So that can seem like an amazing solution, but there is also a major drawback. Many low and middle income countries banned walking blood banks in the 1990s.
Have my handover meeting in 12 minutes.
Largely in response
Bleh.
to pressure from HIV activists and the World Health Organization, which called for zero tolerance.
I have to hand
for
over a
blood-transmitted cases.
case.
Many of those
I just want to be
policies still
dumb and
remain,
lie down.
Even the WHO's most recent guidance from April of 2023 strongly recommends against walking blood banks unless there is an acute emergency. With a WHO spokesperson telling NPR, while the transfusion of blood collected from donors to patients can save lives, it involves risks itself and could cause serious consequences and even death of patients. That position has been backed up by others, like a former medical officer for the World Health Organization Regional Office for the Eastern Mediterranean, with him specifically pointing to accuracy issues with rapid diagnostic tests, saying in countries in Africa and Asia, the environmental conditions are so diverse and sometimes hostile, so if you don't have the right storage conditions for the test kit, you will not have the correct result. He also noted that personnel in these rural areas might not necessarily have the same experience as urban clinicians, but this is you also had other experts pushing back against that, noting that studies show rapid diagnostic tests could screen walking blood bank donations for HIV and other diseases with 98 to 99% accuracy at local clinics. So as a result, you have people like Dr. Nabhojit Roy, a retired rural surgeon from India, telling NPR that while safety is important, these concerns have been overemphasized to the point where they are trading off with life-saving solutions, noting that walking blood banks are actually a tool that the U.S. military effectively uses in war zones, explaining what we live through every day in these blood deserts is nothing short of that. How many people need to die before you say this is war? And also going on to say that the WHO's current guidance for walking blood banks fails to acknowledge that blood deserts are a state of emergency, adding extreme blood scarcity in much of the world is not an impending catastrophic event, but the current status quo. So while walking blood banks could be an effective tool for addressing blood deserts, this strategy is difficult, if not impossible, to implement without a total overhaul of the current system, which then brings us to the second short-term solution, drone-based blood delivery. But under this model, drones are launched from blood banks in major cities and then sent to hard-to-reach rural areas, because often drones can surpass difficult terrain, bad weather, traffic. This is something that's actually been successfully tested. Like in one northeastern Indian state in in the Himalayas, where experts say blood used to take 2 to 3 days to arrive. But now, with drones, it can reach clinics in just 4 hours. But that, while there are still issues with it. First of all, it doesn't address underlying problems with lacking blood donations in general. As well as always a big deal with these things, drone programs are expensive, with one in Rwanda, for example, costing $4 million. But then finally, the third idea this paper outlines to help blood deserts is a process called autotransfusion, where blood pooling inside of a patient's body is collected by surgeons, run through a device that cleans it, and then retransfused into the patient. And, there are a number of benefits to this. First off, it saves time and money because doctors won't have to run tests for diseases or cross-check matching blood types. That in turn also allows them to allocate in-demand blood to other patients in need. And in fact, this is actually something that's already pretty commonly used in the US. And while price barriers have prevented it from spreading to LMICs, there are a number of groups working on more cost-effective methods that have the potential to revolutionize the use of autotransfusion in places that need it most. Right? And so with all that said, clearly there are some good ideas being put out there. With all this, some experts like Raykar say that the biggest hurdle is just raising awareness about blood deserts and getting people to care. And so in sharing all of this with you, part of this is hoping that it does draw more attention to the issue. Because then maybe a few of you share the information, share this segment, and it could be the smallest part of paving the way for an actual change, a positive change in the future. But of course, like with everything on the show, but especially on these deep dives, I'd love to know your thoughts here. But that is the end of your Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning dive into the news. And of course, I'll see you soon because my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo
That's
faces.
bad.
I'll see you right back here for more news tomorrow.
Why is that happening?
Because you touch yourself at night.
If you start posting too much, will Reddit stop showing your shit to people?
We proudly present to you
don't know. Good
the
question.
Kurzgesagt
I
Guide to
don't think so.
Curiosity. Join us on an interactive
They're making
adventure
content
across
that people like, then I
160
guess they want you to do
pages
more of that.
that will change your perspective on the world forever.
Okay, so it
Available
definitely
now
isn't
on the
posting
Kurzgesagt shop.
stuff.
You
Huh. Reddit is so weird. What happened?
I don't know. Maybe we grew up. Maybe old age has taken us finally into its long, loving arms. Or I could just be really high right now. One of the two.
I'm jealous. It says, yeah,
For
not...
legal purposes, that was a meme.
Some insights are not yet available for this post. Check back later. Okay. Well, this one's getting viewed. Fuck. So if I go here, new. Okay. Has been removed. Okay. Please write a comment explaining any work that you post. The work's objective, its audience, and your design discussions, attributes, etc. Your project. Well, how am I supposed to do that if you delete my post?
You forgot the first step, which is get wrecked.
Yeah, I forgot the incredible step of get fucked.
You'll learn, Padawan.
Yep. Weird. It's like it hates me. Okay.
Cool. All right. I'll be back soon.
Okay. You are my man, lot. And something pocket slot. Pocket slot. Fucking Taylor. Hello? Yo. Hello?
Hey, oh, it's me.
There we go. Hello.
What up?
Chillin'. Making my infographics. Do you like this? I think this is
Let me see. Hold on. LOL, I love this.
this is the negative behavior feedback loop.
I love it.
And I pulled that
Yeah.
from the portal graphics.
Oh, that's so funny. Get sued. I love it.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that's fake or gay.
It's definitely fake gay. It's for sure fake gay.
Yeah. I support you though. Whatever closet that is, I'm glad you're out of it.
Do they have Mo Bettas where you live?
I don't know what that means.
It's a Hawaiian fast food spot.
Oh, they probably do actually.
It's fucking delicious. I'm thinking about going to get some right now.
I support this. Whatever closet that is, I support it, dude.
Still fake gay.
Yeah, of course. Oh, that goes without saying.
So fake.
You freaking gay boy. You're so gay you kiss girls.
Ew.
Do you know I like when girls is gay because they're soft and smell good, alright? Imagine just like guns and oil. I put my dick in my 9mm until I come. That's my impression of being a gun owner. Bro, infuse me, bro. Bro, just infuse me, bro.
You're
Bring me up
infused.
to power level. So thanks. Are you gonna get some Mobetta?
Yeah. Should I do it right now?
Yeah, move decisively, bro, for your tum-tum.
That's a good call.
Do it for the tum.
The Tim Tam Tum.
Yeah. Let's see. Do it for the tum, and
Tum ta tum tum tum.
I will just do random shit in Destiny. So that's my forte. What do I need?
Destiny. I went to a school with a girl who went by the name Destiny.
Gross.
She was a real one, dude. Like,
You know, back and killed her, more like.
I wonder if I pulled out the old yearbook, what they would look like. Dude, there is this girl that I went to school with. I think I might have told you about this, but um, she just like hadn't figured out her look at all in high school, and now she looks like a supermodel. But back in high school, it was like not the same. Like, had not figured
Yeah.
out her look.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. I hadn't either.
Literally
Like,
me.
nobody did. But I mean, I guess some people did.
I mean, like, I don't know. Looking back on it, I had other priorities than being the most fuckable kid, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's real.
wait, where's my gun? Okay, here it is. I found it.
But then that changed to be the most fuckable adult, I guess, right?
Well, like, I don't know. I mean, style is hard. Your body is constantly changing. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
I don't know. Life is happening all around. Like, I look so great when I wash my fucking hair for 3 weeks straight. Like, on a strict schedule, and it looks like, you know, it's got volume and shit. But holy fuck.
Holy fucking deed.
I don't know. I mean, you know, shouldn't just be like that. Aren't you dating someone super hot right now? I'm confused.
I am.
Why are you thinking about this random bitch who is hot now, but
Yearbook. I
is she Hawaiian?
brought up the
She's
yearbook.
Hawaiian, isn't she? Or is
No.
she just a big old good value plate of meat? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I was just thinking about a yearbook.
Sorry, I
Just
didn't mean it.
doing the
Uh,
yearbook thing.
What do you mean doing the yearbook thing? Putting your penis and sliding it in and out? No, just me? Okay. Fine. Because I'm alone in the world. Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah, I gotta get food. Otherwise, I can't think anymore.